After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Ball carrier.
All right, Brent, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by the Panthers.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
2-yard line. A pickup of 2.
Now Haskins. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Panthers add on to their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. It will be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that time.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. And that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
He'll find Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down, stopped at the Panthers' 14. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A run for Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there.
Chubb on the carry.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
The first quarter with the score Panthers 14, Washington nothing.
Second and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Push him back. Push him back.
On first down, it's Haskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
86.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Now Haskins to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. McCaffrey on the counter. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 95 catches for him now on the year, and it's a first down. Looking to throw, Haskins. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. McCaffrey following the penalty. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. This is caught. And the Panthers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Here's Haskins to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Tarvarius Moore able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Haskins will throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
To number 86.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Will take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would...
That's caught at the 25. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches, they actually work on them with defenders jostling them in order to keep their concentration and haul it in.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll take this one down near the 15. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
That's good.
We'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll result in a fresh set of downs.
At the 13-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Chubb. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
On the carry.
It was Jacob Phillips who was able to bring him down. Here's 2nd and 8. His pass caught at the 4. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They give him 2 yards, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Nick Chubb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to cut into that deficit. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. And how might this affect him for the playoffs? We'll get a report when we come back. Now Haskins on 1st down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete.
Haskins pass.
Before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
52's the mark, bro. 52. Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. He's going to look deep down the field. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
It's now 2nd and...
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
You better be afraid of me. You're my 52.
To throw again, Haskins. He's going to air one out for Anderson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime, intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And this is no good. Close, but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
I'll tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on... Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down 37. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
24-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost. So
it does test the mental processes of the team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch, and guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Here's Haskins out. Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Throwing again, here's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Haskins pass.
Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. He's got it for a Panther touchdown.
Complete.
DJ Moore. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Washington.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Washington. DK Metcalf, 81 yards. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Steps away. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. McCaffrey. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taking him about the 16. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be Washington football now. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Following the penalty, Chubb. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this third quarter. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 4. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
First down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of point coordinates. But this offense, just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Touchdown, Carolina!
Haskins pass complete.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
35. Washington, 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Will take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
10 at their own 38-yard line.
So good starting field position here as they come up first and 10 at their 38. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And that takes us from second to third down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
On third down, Haskins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. Just a 5-yard. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
22-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 40, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Now it's Haskins. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
The tackle made back at the
out of the gun now on third down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Haskins going to try to throw it. And that is incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Panthers.
Flag on the play. Yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah.